What is up, guys? Gonna go over some trades from today. I kept it simple, only traded SPY. Let's see. One, two. Guess I only made alright, 3 for 4 today. Honestly, I'm looking to make 1 to 2 trades every day this week. I'm trying to keep it pretty easy. Volume's definitely drying up, so we're at only 58 million today. We're about to close, so volume's definitely dripping down. I did like the price action today. There were some actually really good setups. Let's get into it. First trade of the day, it was a stupid one. I look back on it, and it was right into this resistance, and I didn't play any of this. I know a lot of people had their setups there. I didn't have any setups here. For me, my type of trading, I didn't see anything. And so at first I was thinking, all right, well, I'm going to short this, supply zone to start off this day. And then I pulled up the 1 minute and I saw this kind of bull flag kind of forming. And this is against all my rules. I'm all for switching time frames, looking for setups on every time frame. But something like this, a 1 minute bull flag heading into resistance, especially like a choppy little bull flag like this, that's just not something I'm going to take, especially when we had, let's see, I like how trading view sets my chart back. 3 straight pretty large green candles coming off of me. We're in a downtrend, so I can't be expecting a huge move up like this. So anyways, you guys can see where I went wrong. I mean, the setup wasn't bad. It was a 1 minute setup, and I have to be able to see that. I think, all right, it's a 1 minute setup. Who cares? I like my 1 minute setups to use as confirmation for my trades and entries, and I'll show you guys that actually on my next trade. Well, 2 trades from here. Anyway, so I actually had this breakout up like 10% because I got in on this bottom trend line. I traded all 0 days, by the way, today. I was kind of looking for quick moves, so I got it in like 383.3 or something. And once I was up to 383.6, I was like, all right, I'm up like 10, 15%, but I didn't really get the move. And then, of course, dump off, sold for about 20%. So it was a bad way to start the morning, but luckily I went pretty light just because it was a 1 minute setup. I did recognize that and did go in smaller. Hey, how he does this. Anyways, next setup was pretty self-explanatory. Actually, not at all. I lied. It was this EMA cloud, and you guys can see we rejected the EMAs right here, rejected the EMAs right here, and I actually played puts on this one. You might be thinking, how in the world was I green here? I think I've done a thread off of this setup before, and it's actually one of my favorite setups. And pretty much all it is I was using this resistance right here, and we did break above, but that didn't matter for me. We were initially rejected, and I got a very good entry around 381.3, and I sold right at 380.9. So I got about a 40 cents move. That's plenty for 15% on a 0 day. And you might be thinking, why I saw right there? Well, it's pretty easy. I just drew these fibs from here, and I literally just drew them from these highs and right at my exit right here, around 380.9. So we initially rejected this EMA, and we were at this resistance. So I was thinking, okay, we're going to at least get a rejection back to these EMAs. It's one of those trades I've taken a million times before. It's hard to explain, but when I see it, I'm able to recognize that and think, I'm going to at least get a little bit of a small move down before we get that next move up. Next trade was using a bear flag, and I actually did use all time frames for this. It was this right here, and the bear flag looks really iffy on the 5 minute, and you can't really tell where to draw these lines or where to get this entry. So when I see that, I'll go ahead and move to the 3 minute, and here we go. We had a nice little bear flag. You might be thinking, well, those still aren't the best, so I switched to the 1 minute, and that's where I really find my trend line. So I'm going to see, okay, we have a high right here, lower high, higher high, higher high, higher high. We keep projecting, and I'm getting in on this trend line. This bottom trend line, of course, a little out of whack, but I was using the 3 minute. If you want to use the 1 minute on this, I guess you could have drawn a rising wedge, but nevertheless, I got in on this upper trend line, and I played this breakdown. Once I got my trend line, so I used all 3 time frames, my 1 minute, my 3 minute, my 5 minute, and I also used the 15 minute on this one, and I'll show you guys what I was looking at. I don't like how TradingView does this. We had a bearish, pretty bearish candle right here. We were coming off lows, and I was pretty much eyeing a tweezer top. We were rejecting this resistance from earlier in the day. So once I had my setup on my 1 minute, 3 minute, like I said, then I switch around to the 3 minute, 5 minute, and I think I sold around 381. I wasn't really looking for that big of a move, to be honest. And I was pretty happy with what I got. And the EMA cloud was still red, so didn't break any of my rules. I only like to trade calls above the EMAs and puts below. All right, so one last trade of the day, and this is my favorite setup of all time. As you guys probably know that I love these wedges, and it tried to get a lot of people. I think right here, it definitely tried to trap some people. It kind of closed this candle above, and then had this wick right here, and it looked like it was starting to break out, and it was a quick 1-2 candle, 1-2 minute move where it just dumped off. So I had this forming some higher lows, and I also had just this demand zone right here. So this is actually a pretty nice setup because it gave you kind of both entries. You could have played this as it broke below and then it retested, and this could have been your entry. For me, I did enter up here because I was expecting this to break down. When we're coming off of a downtrend, I'm expecting these wedges to break down. Same thing, we're coming up uptrends. I'm expecting these wedges to break out. So use a 0 day right here, and you can see the trend line that I had drawn on this 3 minute right here. And so market's closed. Waited for this breakdown. I got in a little bit more. I think I did a thread on that too. I want to say I entered some of the upper trend line. Once we break down, I enter the rest. So we were retesting, and I just kind of sold across the stump off. I think I sold the last little bit for 50%. I left a lot on the table because, what was that? Oh, um, yeah, I just left a lot on the table. I think the cons ended up running like 100, 150%. I didn't want to look anymore because I was like, ah, crap. I went to the gym and I was like, oh, definitely left some there. So, anyways, what I'm going to start doing is I pre-recorded most of my trades today. I don't remember. I think I did 3 out of 4 of them. I screen recorded them while I was trading. So I am going to start a Dropbox. I think I'm going to see how that would work, and I'll just post that to my Twitter, hopefully, and you guys will be able to just watch these live recordings of my trade, and I kind of talk to myself, or I'll just type like entry, why I'm entering, my target, my stop loss, all that good stuff while I'm entering and trading. So hope you guys found these a little bit helpful. 3 for 4, all on SPY, pretty basic setups, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the week. Thank you.